when their primary caregiver is a source of fear and instability. They can develop deep-seated anxiety, low self-esteem, and difficulty forming healthy relationships later in life. They learn that love is conditional and that their worth depends on keeping the narcissist happy. The narcissist also dismantles the family unit by creating division. This is often done through a tactic called triangulation. She will pit family members against each other. She might tell one child, "Your brother said you're lazy," even if he never said it. She might complain to her husband about her own children, or to the children about their father, positioning herself as the victim or the only one who truly understands. This creates an environment of mistrust and competition where family members should be allies. She becomes the central hub that everyone reports to, which gives her ultimate control. The family stops functioning as a team and becomes a group of isolated individuals, all vying for her approval and trying to avoid her wrath. Finances are another common battleground. A narcissistic partner often sees the family's money as her money. She might engage in reckless spending on herself to maintain a certain image, while being incredibly stingy with the needs of others. She might make major financial decisions without consulting her partner, and if things go wrong, she will expertly shift the blame. "If you had just been more supportive, or if you made more money, I wouldn't be in this position." This financial control is another way of keeping her partner and family dependent and powerless. The family members, including the partner and children, often develop coping mechanisms like becoming emotionally numb, always being agreeable, or physically withdrawing and spending as much time as possible outside the house. So what happens in the long run? The home, as a unit of love and support, is completely dismantled. The partner, drained and emotionally battered, might eventually leave, leading to divorce. Children can't wait to grow up and move out, often severing ties to escape the toxic environment. They may carry the scars for the rest of their lives, struggling with complex trauma, anxiety, depression, and repeating these unhealthy patterns in their own relationships. If what I've described resonates with you, please know you are not alone, and it is not your fault. Breaking free from this cycle is incredibly difficult, but it is possible. It often starts with setting boundaries, even small ones. You deserve to feel safe, respected, and loved for who you are. If your home has been dismantled by narcissism, rebuilding may seem daunting, but it starts with one small step: choosing to prioritize your own well-being and seeking help. If you or someone you know is in this situation, please reach out to mental health professionals. There are resources available to help you navigate this and begin to heal. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content on understanding and healing from difficult relationships.